Is in full swing. No question about that. Our Paul Orlowski is down the river from us just a little bit over in...
Really gotten packed down here. Understand where we are right now with the 200th birthday celebration as well.
Standing by to tell us about some of the things that are going on in his area. Paul. Stay with us, everybody.
Way up.
Oh, great.
Good day to be in Cleveland. You know, the Flats are going, the place is clean, the Indians come out here having a good time with your friends, and that's what...
Cleveland families say they feel safe in the Flats.
5 years ago, I don't think I've been down here.
It's a little hard to get around, and this is going to make it much easier for people.
Is known for so many things, like the Flats, like rock and roll, the Indians, the Cleveland Orchestra, to name just a few.
Also, the escape artist right in the Flats. Of course, Cleveland...
Haven't made it down on day 1 or day 2, do make an effort tomorrow, because when you get off on this here for the orchestra, and it is stunning, all facing the river.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing part of your evening with us. Stay tuned for Mad TV. Followed by...
You've probably heard stories about boaters getting out of control down in the Flats. People with bad judgment creating all kinds of problems for the authorities. Whatever happened to the good old days when people lived in deadly fear of the river we call Cuyahoga?
Family atmosphere here tonight. Thousands of Clevelanders started showing up in the Flats early.
No. Well, photojournalist Ron Straw and I spent the day with a woman who moved from Cleveland to Atlanta.
Here are beautiful. The freeways.
Dry across the North Coast. Current temperature is 71 degrees. The dew point is 55. Flats, a celebration 200. Next, a look back at our city's early years and at all the people who helped shape the North Coast. Team coverage. Look at that. We are live from the Flats. Stay with us.
First up, there you see behind us the Parade of Lights.
Boy, 250,000 founded 200 years ago is filled to capacity with
Where there are various fun zones.
See, not so much off to my left here, but maybe to my right, you're going to see just there we are, a number of boats already gathering for the festivities. And I'm a little surprised at the crowd that's already gathering down here at the Flats, it only being, what, about 5:05. But they're getting ready for, of course, the Parade of Lights later on, and among other things, those fireworks. For the We're winning Ohio over.
Back at our city's early years and at all the people who helped shape the North Coast.
That he was being singled out, and today a judge ruled the club should be able to play music outside just like everybody else. It's an issue Paul Orlowski first told you about in February. Tonight, Paul is live in the Flats with the latest on this club controversy.
Denise, there seems to be some controversy over the legality of this going on. Club owners, and you've seen lots of them do it, they play music either piped in from outside or have music outside of their clubs. Is it legal or not? Well, a strict reading of the law would seem to indicate that it is probably illegal. But others say, hey, that law is intended for residential areas, not down here. So really, should the law be applied to an entertainment area like the Flats?
If they cite for one, the judge made it clear they must cite for all.
Tim Spencer is owner of the Circus in the Flats, an adult club featuring scantily clad dancers. He was cited when he piped music from inside his club to the street using speakers on the front of his building. He was told that's a violation of the city's noise law. What bothered Spencer was the fact that most of the other night spots in the Flats also have speakers outside that pipes music out onto the street. He claimed selective enforcement and went to court to fight the citations. 3 of them were thrown out, and the one that did stick, well, he got no fine or any court costs assessed for that.
The judge admonished the city for writing a citation for the Circus in the Flats and not writing any other citations for all the other nightclubs up and down the street that were in violation of the same ordinance.
So police now have 2 choices: cite everyone or ignore violations, a prospect that could foster confusion. Let's remember, this is a typical flat summer night.
We need to really go back to the city, and I think through council, we'll have them take a look at those laws.
Head off any confrontations as the summer boating and party season approaches.
Clearly, noise levels in a residential area late at night are a problem. In an entertainment area where there are no residences nearby, you know, I think it's part of the ambiance character of the area.
Interestingly, a review of the law may be necessary for a couple of reasons, those we've spelled out, but as well, more and more people are moving into a lot of these warehouses that are being converted into lofts and condos overlooking the flats. So the flats, while an entertainment mecca really, is also, Denise and Jack, becoming a lot more residential. So they may have to look at it and kind of clarify things so there aren't some confrontations between police and owners this summer.